Everyone is rushing into AI right now, prompting, tools, automation, but almost no one is talking about this. How do you secure AI? How do you audit it? And what happens when it goes wrong? Because that's where the real demand is. Organizations don't need more people who can use AI. They need people who can control it, govern it, and protect the business from it. And that's exactly why ISACA introduced three AI certifications focused on audit, risk, and security. In this video, I'll break down what each certification actually does, who is it for, and which one you should take first. If you are in cybersecurity, IT, or GRC, this is something you don't want to miss. I'll break down all three certifications, what they are focused on, who they are for, and the order you should take them in. Let's start with a quick overview of the certifications. Let's break down this quickly. There are three certifications, and each one focuses on a different layer of AI in an organization. First, we have AAIA, Advanced in AI Audit. This is all about AI audit. Here, you're asking a question. Is this AI system compliant? Is it fair? Can we trust it? The second certification, AAIR, Advanced in AI Risk. This is all about AI risk. Here, you're trying to answer questions like what can go wrong? What's the business impact? How do we manage that risk? And finally, AAISM, AI Security Management. This is all about AI security. Here we try to get answers to questions like, can this system be attacked? Can data be leaked? How do we protect it? So think of it like this. For audit, we're going to see whether are we doing this right? For risk, what could go wrong? And finally, for security management, how do we defend it? Three different lenses, audit, risk, and security, all applied to AI. Now, in the next session, I am going to break down each one in detail so you can decide which one actually makes sense for your career. Let's start with AAIA, Advanced in AI Audit. Now, this certification is focused on one key question. Are our AI systems trustworthy, compliant, and accountable? At a high level, this certification is all about auditing the entire AI lifecycle. That includes how the model is designed, what data is being used, how decisions are made, and whether those decisions are fair, explainable, and compliant. So you're not building an AI here, you are evaluating it from a governance and assurance perspective. The key areas covered are AI governance framework, model transparency and explainability, bias and fairness detection, regulatory compliance, audit trails, and accountability. So, in simple terms, you are making sure the AI is not a black box that nobody understands. Now, who should take this certification? This certification is ideal if you're coming from an audit background, GRC or compliance roles, or for internal audit teams, or even for risk professionals moving into assurance. If your job involves asking, are we doing things correctly? This is your certification. Let's make this practical. Imagine a bank using AI to approve loans. As an AAIA certified professional, your job is to check, is this model biased against certain groups? Can the decision be explained to regulators? Are we compliant with laws and policies? Because if the answer is no, That's a massive legal and reputational risk. This is where AAIA becomes powerful. You become the person who can say, this AI system is compliant, explainable, and ready for real world use. And in today's environment, that's extremely valuable. Now, auditing tells you if things are being done correctly, but it doesn't always tell you what could go wrong. And that's where the next certification comes in, AAIR, which focuses on AI risk. Let's talk about AAIR, Advanced in AI Risk. Now, this certification focuses on a different question. What can go wrong with AI? And how do we manage that risk? This certification is all about understanding and managing the risks introduced by AI systems. And this is important because AI doesn't fail like traditional systems. It can hallucinate incorrect outputs, drift over time, and make decisions that impact business, compliance, and reputation. So here, you're not auditing after the fact, you are proactively identifying what could break. The key areas covered are typically like AI risk identification and assessment, model risk, including hallucination, drift, misuse, business and operational impact, alignment with enterprise risk framework, and risk mitigation strategies. In simple terms, you're looking at AI and asking, where are we exposed? Moving on, who should take this certification? Now, this certification is ideal if you're coming from a risk management background, like C-risk or CISM background, cybersecurity leadership roles, governance and strategy teams, managers, and decision makers. So, if your job involves asking, what's the impact if this goes wrong? Then this certification is for you. Let's talk about a real world example. Imagine your organization is using an AI tool like ChatGPT internally. As an AAIR professional, you're thinking, what if employees paste sensitive data into it? What if the AI gives incorrect advice to customers? What if this creates a compliance violation? That's not a technical issue, that's a business risk problem. This is where AAIR becomes critical. You become the person who can say, here's the risk exposure of this AI system, and here's how we reduce it. And for leadership teams, that insight is extremely valuable. So now we have covered audit. Are we doing it right? Risk. What could go wrong? But there's one more layer. How do we actually protect these systems from attack? And that's where the third certification comes in handy. AAISM focused on AI security. Finally, let's talk about advance in AI security management. Now, this certification answers a very critical question. How do we secure AI systems from real world attacks? AAISM is all about protecting AI systems across the entire pipeline because AI introduces new attack surfaces that traditional security doesn't fully cover. We are talking about data poisoning, prompt injection attack, model manipulation, and even sensitive data leak through AI responses. So here you're not auditing, you're not identifying any risk, you're actively defending the system. The key areas focused in this certification are securing your AI or ML pipeline, protecting training and inference data, AI specific attack techniques, model security and access control, integrating AI into zero trust architecture. You're treating AI as a critical asset that needs protection. This certification is ideal if you're coming from a cybersecurity background, security architects and engineers, SOC teams or blue team professionals, even cloud security roles. If your job involves asking, how do we defend this? Then this certification is for you. Now, imagine your organization is using an AI chatbot integrated into your application. As an AAISM certified professional, you are thinking, can an attacker manipulate the prompt to extract sensitive data? Can someone poison the training data? Is the model exposing confidential information unintentionally? These are not future problems, mind you. These are happening right now. This is where, as an AAISM certified professional, you become the person who can say, this AI system is secure, resilient, and protected against modern attacks. And as AI adoption grows, this skill set is going to be very high demand. So now we have covered all three. Audit, are we doing it right? Risk, what could go wrong? Security, how do we defend it? Now the big question is, which one should you actually take first? A lot of people will look at this and think, I'll just do all three. That's not the right approach. Start with the certification that aligns with your current role, not where you want to be eventually, because that's where you will get immediate value. If you are in cybersecurity background, like SOC security engineer, SOC analyst, or an architect, start with AAISM, AI Security Management, because you already understand threats, controls, and attack surfaces. This just extends your skill set into AI specific security. I started with this certification. If you are in a risk or leadership roles, you start with AI risk, AAIR, because your job is to understand impact, exposure, and decision making. This helps you connect AI to business risk. If you're in audit, compliance, or GRC, you start with AI audit because your strength is already in assurance and validation. This just extends into AI system. Please understand that you can take all these three certification in the order you like. I'm just giving you what would be the best approach. Now, if you're planning long term, a strong progression could look like this. Start with your domain, then move into risk, and finally expand it either into audit or security. Because over time, you want to understand AI from all three perspectives. Do not try to chase AI just because it's trending. Pick the certification that fits your role today and build depth. Because depth is what creates real career value. So at the end of the day, these certifications are not about learning AI tools. They're about controlling AI in an enterprise environment. And that's where the real opportunity is. And these certifications are targeting exactly that: governance, risk, and security, all in AI. If you position yourself in this space early, you're not just following the AI trend, you are leading where the demand is going to be. Now I'm curious, which of these three certification makes the most sense for your role right now? Drop it in the comments. I'd like to see where you're coming from. If you find this useful, like this video, subscribe for more content like this. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you. Bye-bye.